Okay, here's a look at the emini S&P futures contract for Wednesday, September the 1st, 2010. Well, we were looking for some sort of break. We were still thinking that it could move lower, although we had the bracket in place where we expected the market to be contained. Actually looking for it to be contained until the big news on Friday, but it wanted to make a move earlier than that. So we knew that if it could hold above a 64, that was very bullish. That was comparable to the other price that I was mentioning yesterday, which was down at 37. So if it get below 37 or above 64, that was really the containment area that we're looking at. The inside containment from that ran from approximately 44 down here to 56. So we knew this was sort of an inside containment. So if the market could go ahead and we kind of had these different brackets here, if you will. This area down here was comparable to this area, and then we sort of had the real neutral zone in between it. Well, as you can see, the market traded in sort of in that neutral zone, and then a little more bullish overnight. And then when it opened here, it really took off once the news was released. However, the market did rally up to here. I'm sorry, the price was 65.75. It rallied up to here before the news was released. So it was actually accepting price above our 64 area before the news came out. So we knew that we were looking for a move from this horizontal development, and that if it could hold above 64, it would be very bullish, and we'd want to trade the long side, and of course the flip side below 37. And so that's what we ended up by doing today, of course, playing the long side. So, and it looks like it's got more room to go. We've got the individual profiles here for each regular trading hour session. And then we've got our own software right here where you can see the trades clearly marked out in real time. One buy here, two buys here. We did have a short trade there and another long trade there, another short trade there. And just a couple longs just right at the end that weren't filled. So as far as these short trades were concerned, obviously we weren't taking those. We're in a green filter and an intraday up auction, and the same thing here. So no trades there. And as far as the fills were concerned, this trade lasted for 30 minutes. It didn't get filled, never came back down there, so it wasn't filled. However, this trade was. We actually had two of them. One was triggered first. We got filled, and it moved to 0.75 for us, so easily hitting our first two objectives. Came back, and just when we got stopped out on the other one was our entry price to get long on the second trade. So a very conservative way to trade that would not have been to re-enter. Otherwise, there would have been one trade and then a second trade here, and the second trade even had a much, not a tremendous amount, additional move, but still did have a good move up there. And I believe the move on that one from our long position, it was because we were long at 73.75 and got up to 76. So the second move had a 3-point jump, 3-point bounce after we were into it. So that was nice. So then this short not taken, just like this short not taken. We did get long here. It hit our first objective and came back and stopped us out for break even. So it was in the pause mode there. Before it went up, another pause, kind of, that was it. So a nice day in the market. We were anticipating a break. We didn't really think it would come until Friday, but we knew that it was imminent, and the fact that it did trade, well, you can see right here, as a matter of fact, here's 64, and that was the price we were monitoring. So you can see it did move above it before the news is out there, and then a second time before the news is out. We had one of our green patches here, which is very bullish, and then the market skedaddled. So you can see that just sort of an insight into our software there. We know that a lot of these intraday swing moves do start or end with our, sometimes they're a yellow patch if they're on the high or low of the day. If they're not, they're either a sort of a pink kind of magenta color or a green buying, magenta selling. So and these are the patches, not the bars. So this was a good heads up for us that pretty good buying in here early in the session. It had held above 56 nicely for virtually the entire overnight, and then it took off after the news. So looking for some more continuation higher in around the 75 as support. Um, and really, but 98 is the next target up there. Might take a bit of time to get there, obviously, but good support in 75 area. Could come down there and dip into it tomorrow, but that would be a good area to get long. Being on the bullish side of the market now is obviously the preference. So, thanks for taking the time to watch the video. And any other information, don't hesitate in getting a hold of us at info@eminidaytrader.com. So that'll be it for today. Thanks for viewing it, and we'll see you again tomorrow.